Welcome, Taurus. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I pulled for you the Empress card, one of your cards. The rulership, Venus, is an emblem of this card. This is describing absolutely the very real contemplation and spirit messages that I want to talk about today. And one of them is the planet Venus, your ruler for real, and the planet Mercury, that are both doing a similar kind of transition through the stars at this time. So Venus went retrograde in Aries in the beginning of March. A couple of weeks later, Mercury today went retrograde in Aries. They're both following a similar path. Mercury is doing a 3-week transit back into Pisces and then moving forward from Pisces back into Aries. And Venus is doing the same over a 6-week period. So Mercury will be wrapping up its retrograde cycle, at least in part, at the first week of April, first weekend of April, and Venus will be finishing up its retrograde cycle, in most of it in the middle of April. So this is all to say that you are establishing your power. You're understanding what of your power is important to you, what is significant. And with the Empress, we have a gamut of beautiful assets to contemplate. There's not only beauty and harmony and empowerment, but there is this exquisite attunement to the natural world, and that includes the feelings of others. So it's important to you to work with others, to honor your loved ones, to protect your loved ones. That is a focus for you. Your work ethic is phenomenal. It can even be scary. You are so thorough, so precise, and so coordinated in managing your world and your resources. You put a lot of effort into this, and there is this need to nail things down for you. So change sometimes does not always feel so good for you, but you're processing a lot of changes that have not only occurred in the world, but that you have initiated in your own life. And that takes time. And along the way, you will be counting up your successes, your appreciations, your rewards, your lessons learned, as part of recognizing that you have a lot to be grateful for, and that also is a form of relaxation for you, to allow yourself to sit back and receive the love and the rewards that you've earned. I do believe that is a key aspect for you at this time. This is a general reading, so it isn't going to resonate for all of you. However, if you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. And welcome to all of you that are new and familiar. I appreciate the time that you're taking with me. So in your present, we have the relationships card pulled from the Soul's Journey Oracle, and it reads, I'm attracted to those people who serve my highest good. And this occurs to me that you have been prompted to look at all of your relationships with new eyes, from a new lens, from a much more powerful and less oppressed place. Because the story I'm getting is you having to meet countless obligations and doing it. It wasn't easy. It wasn't pleasant. But you have done everything that you were expected to do in whatever regard that was necessary to be able to support your life, your loved ones. And that has taken a lot out of you, but you're now in a different position of being able to contemplate those successes, that effort, and what you have gained from it. I'm sorry, that noise was disconcerting to me. So, from your present contemplation of your relationships, we are clarified with the Four of Cups. And this is absolutely in alignment with the way that you, I believe, are retraining yourself to experience your life and your resources from a place of support rather than a pressured expectation, a mountain of work that you have been expected to charge at consistently uh, and without the reward that you would have hoped for. You have learned to choose things and relationships that see you, that appreciate you, that support you. This is a huge change because there is some story that you have around choosing others or being chosen by others that expected you to play a role, that didn't appreciate you as you were, that appreciated you in terms of a very conditional understanding of love, a transactional understanding, this for that. I will love you if. I will give you some of my time if. And that has often been a pattern that you have learned to cease and desist. At this point, practicing alignment with things that you enjoy, that feel good to you, that give you pleasure, that help you relax, and expand on your already considerable talents and skills has given you opportunities now that you no longer just assume are for you and are good for you. So when an offer, an invitation, an opportunity arises, you now consider it for its match with who you are now. If this is a wish you sent out into the universe some time ago, you've likely changed since you made that wish upon a star. And if you have changed, then perhaps this particular wish is no longer relevant to your life. You're not obligated to take it. You can throw it back in the pool, or you can manifest something that is a match to who you are. The important key here is being attuned with what feels good to you, what is supportive to you, your life as a positive, pleasant story full of grace and poise, as opposed to a story of struggle, a story of hardship, a story of I never get what I really want. And it's important now that you look at your mindset in envisioning what it is that you want in a way that reifies the fact that you are usually successful, you are graceful, you take your time, you determine what is best for you, what feels good to you, and you give yourself a chance to identify that. So there's no snappy moves here, no quick impulsive decisions. This is your new cultural, social, and even spiritual foundation for everything that you do. And it requires you to be relaxed, to be in a space where you can actually engage that part of you that can enjoy, that can work with an opportunity to your mutual benefit. In the past, the Wild Elemental Oracle has selected for you the butterfly card as an emblem of character traits and qualities that you are modifying, revisiting, or releasing in some way. So I'll read you a little bit about the butterfly. And it is an air sign. It's associated with the element of air, which is the element of ideas, thoughts. When butterfly floats into your life, you're being asked to accept the transformation you're in the middle of. The physical reaction to the energetic changes may be alarming at first. You're being reminded that everything is energy, and the acceptance of that allows you to gracefully slip through this transformation with grace and ease. See this as a wondrous validation that magic is real and alive in your life. Celebrate this by dancing, singing, and just loving the physical experience that living in our bodies provides us. Alternately, butterfly can bring us the message that we're all on a long journey of the soul. During this adventure, there will be constant turns, changes, shifts, and dips that will cause us to respond and change. That is the beauty of living in the moment and holding on to ties to the past. We're free to change as circumstances demand. I love this for you because this very much captures the utter ephemeral beauty of the Empress energy and power. So the beauty that is imbued with nature is something that is difficult to contain, but it's evident all around us. And there is something about this really glorious, free energy that you are embodying, you are working to realign yourself with at this time in your life. I do think that the idea that it's been a difficult transformation for you, particularly when it comes to your relationships, is something that it's a story that you are releasing. It is important to release a mindset of difficulty, of struggle, of frustration, of never getting your way. And to that end, the butterfly reminds us that the end product is infinitely more uh, um, beautiful in the moment, comprehensive in the moment than the years of struggle, difficulty, darkness, even confusion have led us to believe it could be. And this is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. I love this. You have responded to this desire to grow beyond a life that is unstable, confusing, uh, full of rejection and heartache by being independent. You are economically independent. You are sound. You stand on your own 2 feet. And as a result of that, you make decisions that are best for you. You don't always make the best decision, but I'm saying that you hold up every opportunity to the discernment of your own needs. And this is important. This is what gives you the freedom to stand up for yourself, to stand on your own, to do what you want to do because you've earned this independent place where you can cultivate your own interests, pursue your own desires, surround yourself with the things that make you feel good, that validate you, that reflect your competence in the world, and that reinforce the value of reinvesting in yourself. And this is very close to your heart. In the future, the Passion card is, I pulled the tiger's eye, and this relates to the sacral chakra, which is our sexual, sensual energy center. This is how we experience everything in the world through our 5 senses and where creativity is birthed. And the key word here is passion. Turn your fear of change into excitement for change. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but I do think it is particularly relevant to Tauruses who are fixed. You're a fixed sign so that you can be stubborn, notoriously stubborn, and you can also feel uncomfortable about changes that are required. Even as you've experienced change, just like the rest of us throughout your life, change is the only thing that is certain, but you're not necessarily happy about that. And you can go down protesting all the way. However, this is actually making change more about growth and learning. And I think when you, as you are now, understanding that, then it is less threatening to you. When you think that your change is promoting a better version of your experience, then you can begin to understand the necessity and the excitement with which we can greet or anticipate change. And that's clarified by the Nine of Swords. And this is really talking about the release that I spoke of earlier, letting go of all of the stories of hurt, of pain, of suffering. There may be a lot in your arsenal about how poorly you've been treated, how hard others have made it for you, how difficult it has been to stand on your own 2 feet, how hard you've worked, how there has been no stone unturned to stand on your own 2 feet and take care of yourself, to provide for your own needs, knowing no one else was going to provide them for you. That has been hard. And it's something you've worked at for so long that it can be hard to begin to view your story, your life, as a more graceful, smoother, easier ride, one that you have earned because you've closed out this circle of difficulty and suffering, because you've ended relationships that only saw you as the one to suffer, the one to pay, the one who experienced the consequences of shared behaviors. So this is part of understanding that your job is not to make others happy. Your job is to be happy. And toward that end, because of your gifts, because of your incredible power and attunement, that is a purely joyous experience that you are finally on the other side of. I'm going to finish up this reading for you, Taurus, and ask if you've enjoyed this content. Please check out this content here for more. And until next time, namaste.